Hey everyone, it's Sunflower Spirit here, and I'm here to do another pick a card reading. So we're going to take a look at the energies for this weekend. So I have three piles here. I have number 1 is flowering, number 2 is trust, and number 3 is adventure. So take a moment, pick your pile, and we'll get started. Hi, this is for those of you who chose the number 1 flowering card. So we're taking a look at the energy this weekend. So right away I'm getting there's like a sort of like Venus energy, like a Libra or Taurus type energy, expansion, growth, self empowerment, self growth, and self fulfillment. Also maybe like spending a lot of time outside this weekend. You could be spending a lot of time outside. You could be like gardening or camping, hiking, something like that. But let's take a look at what the tarot has to say as well. And this card too, this one has the lotus on it too. So I kind of see it as like that, coming out of the darkness, or coming out from like a dark night of the soul, or really empowering yourself from the previous maybe like darker or more challenging experiences. Let's see what tarot has to say about this though. What is the message for pile 1, please, for the flowering pile? What is the message for flowering? We have judgment. So yeah, like I was saying, this is like a card about awakening, like coming out of like a darker period, recognizing, like seeing something differently, like a perspective shift. Also like choosing to make some sort of decision. Choosing to make a decision, trying to figure out like where to go from here, from the knowledge that you have now. What else do we have, please? We have the Queen of Cups. So using your intuition, having fun with it, being able to play, really like, I feel like somebody's like processing like more deep emotions too. You could be processing more deep emotions. We also have the Chariot here, which is telling me that, this is also about making a decision, like to kind of move forward, move ahead when things have been hard. Kind of like a healing card, like recognizing how far you've come and recognizing where you want to go with it as well. But there is some sort of decision here. I do see you kind of like processing more of your emotions like deeply. This is like this, I'm getting like this Venus energy again, where it's like this expansive, like empowering love energy, connectedness energy. What else do we have for flowering pile, please? We have the Two of Wands. Yeah, you're trying to figure out like where your limitations are. I feel like somebody's trying to figure out where their limitations are. You're recognizing that there's like a whole other world from what you've been, how you've been perceiving things or how you've been doing things, and you're trying to figure out like which way do you want to take it now, trying to kind of figure out if luck's on your side, which it looks like it is. And then also that self-love keeps coming out. Oh, that was a lot of cards. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Emperor. I feel like you're trying to process some emotions deeply, but you're trying to figure out how to like express them. And I think this could have something to do with this decision. Like you want to align yourself with your values, but you also like you feel like a little bit vulnerable because there's some sort of, like I said, there's some sort of darkness that you've just kind of like emerged from, and so you're trying to like hold on to your power, like try to figure out like how you can empower yourself, but you also want to share this with somebody. I feel like there's something you really want to share, some like deep emotional um something that you want to verbally express or write in a message or something like that, but you're also like kind of holding back a little because you're trying to figure out how you can empower yourself to do this so that you don't lose like your dignity. I feel like it's a little bit vulnerable. And I also feel like, too, that like this has something to do with your stability. Like you're recognizing that something needs to be said about your emotions um, so that your stability can remain intact. Let's see what else we have for the flowering pile. We have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you want to be successful. Like, you're trying. I really see you, like, logicking this out, like, trying to figure out in your mind, like, okay, how do I say this? Like, I want to keep my stability. There is sort of, like, I do see a little bit of an ego response where you're, like, holding back due to that ego response, but I also see some, like, pain. So I feel like it's more of, like, a dignity thing where you're trying to, like, not be too vulnerable, not, like, overshare kind of thing. Let's see, what else do we have? We have the Hermit. And then this is just an extra card in this deck. Gateway to meditation. So yeah, there's something you're really thinking on. I feel like you're really internalizing this. But there's something you want to talk about. This is dealing with your journey. This is dealing with your self-empowerment, dealing with your emotions surrounding this, but you haven't quite decided if you want to, so you're kind of like sitting here trying to figure this out. We have the Ten of Wands on the back. Yeah, this is like a burden for you. This is stressful. And so they're saying that what you really need to focus on doing is to kind of like give yourself a chance to kind of like balance all these out, like in your mind, like figure out like kind of where you want to go with this. You do have that kind of like, I mean, I see you being empowered with this authority over, you know, these decisions and getting out of your comfort zone a little bit. Yeah, this is like getting out of your comfort zone. It's stressful. It's stressful because you feel vulnerable. You feel like you might be judged. You feel like you might be looked at as like a crazy person if you do this. Or, you know, and that could be a trauma response, but that could also just be like you try to discern where your boundaries are and like how, you know, how much you need to share. Um, so I do have Pluto energy, which is that deep dark energy. I also have the moon here, so like an intuitive decision. I also have Mercury here, and I also have Mars here. So Mercury's like that communication piece, and Mars is like that action piece. Um, so I don't know if that helps you guys at all, but hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully it resonates. If not, you can check out another pile. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. Hey everyone, this is for those of you who chose the second pile or the trust pile. So we're looking at the energy this weekend, kind of like, you know, what is going on this weekend, you know, what the energy is. And with this trust card, I feel like you're feeling kind of brave and want to take a risk. There's something that you're willing to take a risk with. I also see you kind of like flowing with the energy this weekend. Um, something, yeah, you're like trusting the energy. You're trusting that you'll be, it's like taking a leap, almost like the Fool card where you're like taking a leap. You're like acting upon something and then you're just gonna let it flow however it goes. So I already love that energy for you guys. Let's see what tarot has to say for this weekend. What does the tarot have to say for trust, for everyone who chose trust? We have Three of Pentacles. So something that you want to build with other people on, you want to collaborate with other people, you want to create a solid foundation. Yeah, a lot about like creation, creating a solid foundation, figuring out how to work well with others this weekend. Um, Trusting, having that foundation of trust this weekend for whatever it is that you're doing. We have the Ace of Cups. So a new beginning that could be very emotionally fulfilling. Yeah, there's something about like working with others, collaborating with others, and this is like a new opportunity where you have to kind of like take a risk. I feel like there's like a little bit of risk involved with this trust card here. Let's see what else we have. Eight of Swords. Feeling stuck in your head, not knowing which way to move. Thinking untrue thoughts because you don't have all the information, you can't see all the information. That's why you need to trust, is because you can't see everything. But you're thinking it's one way, and I feel like that's just your mind kind of tricking you this weekend. We have the Five of Pentacles, so feeling lack. Okay. So there's a new opportunity for somebody here. This could be in love. It doesn't have to be. It just could be like a new fulfillment. But I do see it could have to deal with a connection with somebody else just because we have the Three of Pentacles here as well. But I feel like you are not in the right headspace. You feel stuck because you feel like you're not good enough, or why would they choose you, or how would you, if you were like lined up against a bunch of other people, how would you be the one to be picked for whatever, if it's like a job or something like that. We have the King of Swords. So yeah, needing to master your thoughts. This new beginning is going to come to you, but you have to master your thoughts around it. You have to recognize like who you are and how capable you are of mastering these thoughts. The Eight of Swords and the Five of Pentacles is not going to be mastering your thoughts. That's feeling lack and feeling like you're stuck because you're not enough. We have the Tower. Yeah, a shift in perspective. You need to shift your perspective. There is an opportunity here, but you need to shift your perspective. Why do you need to shift your perspective? Because you're in this energy of Eight of Swords, Five of Pentacles, so you're feeling stuck. You're feeling like you're not enough. You need to really get into this King of Swords energy where you're like, I know my truth. I know my worth. I know who I am. I know that I'm capable. The Tower is showing me that like there's, if you don't get out of these like stuck feelings and thought patterns, you are going to end up kind of like crashing and burning with this. You're not going to get the outcome that you desire. It's going to be like a hard lesson that way. So they're saying, all you have to do is have this faith in yourself, have this trust in the situation. Trust that you are enough. We have the Devil. Okay. So you're holding on to something, you're bound to something because you are stuck in your head about wanting to work together with somebody, and maybe this situation just has like run its course. Maybe this has run its course because with the Devil here, it looks like you are kind of just feeling tied and bound to something. It's not what you really want, but you're staying in the situation, or you're keeping yourself bound to whatever because you feel like you're not enough, because you feel like you don't deserve more. The Star. So there is a lot of potential for healing here. However, again, the healing, what is that going to take? That's going to take you mastering your thoughts, using your wisdom from previous experiences, like, using the things that have already happened in your life to help you navigate this situation. And then there is an opportunity for a new fulfilling beginning here with this Ace of Cups. But I see you kind of like maybe almost like sabotaging yourself this weekend. What else do we have for trust? Page of Cups. Yeah. So there's something like really good here, something like emotionally fulfilling, some like message that you're waiting for coming in, some sort of like flirtation or something coming in, but I see you kind of like sabotaging it because you don't feel like you're enough. We have the Ten of Pentacles on the back of the deck. So uh, I do see like you wanting to work together with somebody. You want like this foundation. You don't feel like you deserve whatever this is that you want. You want everything with this Ten of Pentacles here. You want, like fulfillment, abundance in life, financial stability, emotional stability. You want all of it, but you are in your head, and so you need to kind of like flip your perspective, like take a different perspective on the situation. Try to see the situation like not from your eyes, but if you were like standing outside of yourself. Because there's an opportunity for growth and there's an opportunity for healing here, but you have to really master these thoughts. Because you're kind of like bound to an idea. I feel like you're bound to an idea. You could be bound to a person. You could be bound to some sort of like idea about your ability to collaborate with others and to build with others and to grow with others. There's some sort of like lack mentality idea that you have about that. But you do have an opportunity here to make the decision to kind of like unbind yourself from whatever this is, and then you could have everything that you want. You have to unbind yourself and you have to master your thoughts. That's what they're telling me. And so I have Pluto and Mars energy again. We had that in the last pile. I have Saturn energy. I have Aquarius energy. But it doesn't matter. But so that's kind of what I have for you guys this weekend. So hopefully you'll be able to, find that trust or faith, whatever you need. But I hope this resonates. Thanks for stopping by today. And if this doesn't resonate, you can feel free to pick another pile. Hi, this is for those of you who chose adventure or the third pile. Today we're looking at the weekend energy. So right away from this, there's a child on here, so I'm getting some sort of like inner child healing or alignment. If not, this could just be with your playfulness, your childlike energy. I do see like an adventurous energy with adventure card here. I do see you kind of like emerging from the darkness, which seems to be a theme. The other two piles also kind of had a little bit of that. But let's see what the tarot has to say about this. Let's see what the tarot has to say. So for everyone who chose adventure, what is the energy for this weekend, please? We have the Ten of Cups. So happiness, harmony, abundance in your family, interpersonal life. You could be possibly like going for a picnic this weekend, or enjoying like a meal with your family. Just kind of like relaxing, having that really harmonious type of energy this weekend. What else do we have? We have the Five of Wands. So maybe a little bit of chaos this weekend. Like maybe you're expecting this Ten of Cups and then it turns out to be this Five of Wands. Or, maybe you're choosing this Ten of Cups within this more like chaotic type of energy this weekend. We have the Knight of Cups. So yeah, I do see like a real like whimsical, like fantastical type of, you're kind of just really feeling very good. Maybe this energy isn't going to bother you so much because Oh, more Neptune energy. We have the High Priestess, or Moon energy, both. So yeah, needing to rely on your intuition. I feel like maybe maybe needing to get out of your head a little bit this weekend. I don't know why I had that. I don't really have swords cards here. Um, but something about your intuition with your happiness, relating to your happiness. Maybe like astral projection? I don't know. Let's see what else we have. Four of Cups. This is like feeling bored, complacent, like a missed opportunity, not feeling emotionally stable when you are. Yeah, you have all these like emotion cards, but maybe this chaotic energy is kind of like burning you out or making you feel tired or exhausted. And so you're not feeling like you have the energy that you do. There's something about like really listening to your intuition about something. About maybe like a message that you get, a message or communication that you get that could be more on like the loving or like the romantic side. Two of Swords, feeling stuck. Um, yeah, there's a message here. You feel like you don't have all the information, so out of fear, you're just gonna not make a decision. But with the High Priestess here, they're saying, yeah, you do need to listen to your intuition. You do need to make a decision about whatever this is. We have the Four of Wands. So stable energy. A lot of like happy, like I wonder if you're like going to a party. You could be going to a party or attending lots of parties, or if not, you're just celebrating something. Maybe like graduation, or just celebrating in general, maybe celebrating like, summer begins or something like that. Nine of Wands, motivation, passionate, motivated. Ten of Wands, this stressful burden. Yeah, okay, so there's a decision here. Maybe I feel like you might be getting a few different messages this weekend. And that's why you have to pay attention to your intuition. We have the Two of Cups on the back. So maybe there's a choice in like a romantic connection, or if it's not romantic, it doesn't have to be romantic. Um, it could be any type of connection that's any type of connection really. But you have like this stressful decision. I feel like there's at least two options here. There's somebody who's like coming in really quickly, really motivated, really passionate, and there's somebody who's coming in a little bit slower, but they're also like more charming and romantic or something like that. If that resonates for you, it doesn't have to be like a emotional thing or anything like that, but you do have like an intuitive decision here. I feel like you're getting confused because there's a lot of energy, there's a lot happening. I see a lot of emotions here, a lot of like energy, like almost like chaos here. And so I feel like you are not. Okay, so I feel like you have the intuition to know what you want, and to know, like with the adventure here, you know what you want. The adventure, by the way, would point to the Knight of Wands if that's where we were going with that, but that was a side note. But you do have the intuitive ability to make this decision. I feel like deep, deep, deep down, you know exactly like what it is that you want, but you're here in this Four of Cups energy where you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I have to make this decision. There's too much going on. Like, I have all of this stuff, all of these cups here, and then you're thinking you're done, you don't have another one. Well, here comes another cup, you know. So needing to kind of like be able to master that energy, which is the high priestess is going to be. She's someone who does master her energy. She knows, maybe not externally, but she does it like more at an internal level where she will like master this energy. She'll have this stable energy here, this celebratory energy, and also this type of stable energy she will have. But there's this other energy here where you're like, I know I have this decision, and I do want to point out I do have 3 2s, 2 2 2. So there's decision, twos are about decisions. They're also about partnerships. So that's why I'm saying there is some sort of decision here where you feel burdened, you feel stressed, so you're choosing not to make a decision because you feel like you don't have the emotional stability to make this decision, and that is just simply not true, at least from what these cards are showing me. So you're going to have to take somewhat of a risk. This is almost like, I got this in the last pile too, almost like the Fool, where it looks like this little baby or this little child is just like, I'm just going to go exploring. I'm just going to see what's out there. So that's kind of like the perspective they're wanting you to take this weekend. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully this resonated, but if not, you can feel free to check out another pile. I appreciate you guys stopping by today.